This is KUCR. We're here today at UCR, right on campus, right in front of the UC Riverside Library with Dr. Yolanda Moses, who was formerly the head of City University of New York in, guess where, New York, but also president of the American Association of Colleges and Universities, as well as head of the American Anthropological Association. Did I get all of that right?
Oh my gosh, yes. How did you remember all that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're here today. Why are you here today when we're having a major union action on campus?
I'm here today to support the students, the professionals, the graduate students, the postdoc students, and potential new faculty. I mean, this is the next generation of the University of California. And if we don't get this right, the UC is worried about its reputation. This is tarnishing their reputation more than anything. Not making sure that these students have the best facilities and are able to make a living wage and to have a workplace that is supportive. That's why I'm here.
Who are the decision makers who are going to be able to say yes or no to these demands?
I think the president, along with the Board of Regents, negotiating in good faith is what we need right now, because there's a lot of window dressing that can go on, but we need good faith negotiations. And I think that the more faculty come out and support the students, the better, because if the grad students aren't doing their jobs, we can't do our jobs. We support them. They support us. We are a team. So I think negotiating in good faith, and yes, a lot of the things that are asked for are game changers. That is, better wages, better workplace. California is an expensive state, but we know that. So what is the UC doing structurally to make sure that our students are whole? Because we invite them to come to our institutions. So we need to support them in what they need to be successful.
Now, I have not interviewed anyone on the other side of this, but I'm going to surmise, I'm speculating that they might say, you're feeling the pressure, like we all are, of massive inflation that we haven't seen in this country for decades, and this is as a result of the pandemic. And so they might say, you're trying to have us deal with what we might describe as a force majeure. We have limits. We don't have the money. What do you respond to an argument like that?
Well, as a former leader of an institution, I know that everybody has to make decisions with limited pools of resources. So the question is, what is most important to do? Can we put off other things like building stadiums or doing things that are superfluous to the academic mission in the classroom and in the laboratories? We make decisions all the time about where our values are, and you put money where the values are. And if we think we can get by paying these students pittance, we're going to lose them. And that means the UC will not be the world's greatest university.
The world's greatest public university, and that's typically how it's described. When you were head of another great university, City University of New York, did you ever have to deal with a problem like this?
Oh yes, we had not only did we have the graduate students unionized, we had the faculty unionized. So it was a wall of support. And the good thing about it is that we both wanted the same thing. We wanted the best university with the best teachers and the best faculty and staff and students that we could. And we made that our priority. That was the priority, not other things. We put off buildings. We put off certain programs. We put off things that we felt were secondary or tertiary to the values of the institution.
Do we have support of our elected representatives here with this action on campus?
I know that I've been online and I've seen support from the state legislature that is telling the Board of Regents and the president to negotiate in good faith. Because, the governor is a member of the Board of Regents. So a word from him and I think would go a long way in getting the right people at the table to look at good faith measures. Bernie Sanders has endorsed this strike, and he says 48,000 students strong is a good start. And so it has gone not just statewide, but it's a national kind of phenomena right now. And I hope our Board of Regents are looking at that.
With your tremendous experience and your, well, let's call it wisdom, in looking at this whole thing, do you think this is going to work? Is it going to be successful? Is the university going to readjust its priorities to give these students and young faculty and others what they're asking for?
Well, I think in any negotiation, nobody gets everything that they want. But I think that this strike has shown that students are willing to go the distance. The grad students are willing to go the distance until their demands are met. Because they're basically saying we can't do our jobs. And so they put their careers on the line, they put their families on the line, and they put their salaries on the line to make this message very clear. So I hope our regents are listening. I hope the negotiators are listening, and I hope we take our egos out of this and get down to the business of creating the best set of policies that we can for these young people, who are the lifeblood of the University of California.
Dr. Yolanda Moses, you are a native of Riverside, and are you not?
I'm a native of Riverside County. I grew up in Paris.
And you went to school here.
I did.
And you've done all that you have done. A degree from UC Riverside is a ticket to do anything that you want.
Anything you want to do. It has taken me all over the world and back. And I came back for a reason, because this was a place I felt that developed and nurtured its graduate students and its postdocs, which is why I got my degree here. This is my alma mater too. And that's another reason I'm marching, because we have to give back what we got from institutions like this. And it's time for the UC to pay attention to the needs of this next generation of young people.
Dr. Yolanda Moses, one of the University of California greats, thank you so much for your words today. And now I think you have to get back to that march.
Yes, I do. I do.
Thank you so much.
Okay. They'll be back on Wednesday, too, for a teach-in. And so people can ask questions, because a lot of people in the community don't understand what is happening here. Why are these young people doing this? These are privileged people. We're all privileged people to be in an institution like this. But we have to be able to thrive and to be successful. And that's all they're asking for.
Dr. Yolanda Moses, here at UC Riverside.